All right, folks, we're heading to the rally in the valley. Got to get pumped up here.
If you want to make changes to that PFD, I need to vote for it.
We are going to talk to these folks in the valley.
We just need to get these politicians that are in there to have a job.
Figure out why they came to the event.
And then they spent wildly
on these legislative lawbreakers. Dunleavy is our only champion.
Governor,
Good seeing you guys.
good seeing you, sir.
I've lost all trust in government like most of you here have.
Why they believe we should get a full dividend.
They're not following the statute. They're lawbreakers.
Thanks, folks.
Who needs to do what to get this thing passed?
They don't want to make a decision, they just want to blame somebody.
We're going to be covering the event landmine style, baby.
You're no friend of mine.
Landmine style.
Up yours.
Beautiful day. Just getting here to Everett's Matsu Resort. Hi folks, Jeff Landfield here with the Alaska Landmine. We're here at the Everett's Matsu Resort Rally in the Valley. A lot of folks are going to be talking about their feelings about the dividend and some of the issues going on. There are definitely some very strong feelings about the legislature. So it should be a very entertaining event, a lot of energy, and we're going to be checking it out, talking to some folks about what they think about the PFD issue.
Buy a car with bad credit. This check's good, so don't sweat it. The money they say will go a long way. Everybody wants your PFD.
We're covering the event. Can you chat with us?
Yeah, look, as soon as this young lady gets to sign my petition.
Are you a dividend guy, full dividend guy?
Oh, a full dividend and expanded dividend guy.
Love your curlers. Can we get you on camera? I love those. Those are very, very colorful.
Governor Mike Dunleavy is keeping his promise. He is a friend because he's walking in when other people are walking out.
So what are you, a rhino safari? What's that about?
Well, we've got 13 tags up. And there'll be 8 in the House and 5 in the Senate from the looks of things.
Tags like you gotta get them.
Take them out, and in the primaries, that's what we want to do is primary.
So you think we should do a full PFD even if it's a deficit?
The PFD wasn't meant to cover deficits. Any government that needs extra revenue to provide state services should be using taxation.
And when I think about an event like this and what we're all fighting for, I think about freedom.
Do you think we should do like income taxes or like sales taxes for the?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. All I know is it's unfair taxation to make every resident in the state of Alaska pay the same amount regardless of income. Come on now. We're
By getting a smaller dividend.
Boston Tea Party issue here. That's what we're talking about.
This PFD is not the government's money. It's not politicians' money. It's your money.
Paying a big $3,000 dividend, it's a deficit, right? I mean, you have to use the earnings reserve or other savings. Do you think, they need to cut more, or do you think they should just pay it, or, what do you think about that?
We believe that the Alaskans need to consent to any change to the dividend.
I asked Mike, I said, if I'm going to vote for you, you're going to do 2 things for me, and that is stand tall and say no.
We're really excited about this event tonight. In some ways, it's a way of paying you back for your activity and the pressure that you've been putting on the legislature to do the right thing and I'm going to get you to say this with me, follow the law. That's right.
They're lawbreakers. And these legislative lawbreakers, they're lawbreakers. They're not following the statute. Okay, they're lawbreakers.
You cannot sit on the sidelines and allow these criminals to come in and take what's yours.
We just need to get these politicians that are in there to have a job, that are holding a job because they need the money to get out of there. They're not there to do anything. They're just there to keep their job. That's it.
One of the comments you made that got people real excited was the legislature. You said if they don't pass a dividend, they're criminals.
They're criminals.
So is that like kind of a joke, or is that?
Well, I think from my perspective, is that if you break the law, you've committed a crime.
What about the other law, the SB 26? That's the percent of market value. So that's a kind of conflicting statute that deals with a draw on the earnings reserve.
And I think they should have left it, from a historical draw.
Hey, Mike, we talked to you about the rally and about your group?
No.
Okay, why not?
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Okay.
They kicked me off. You got me kicked off Facebook, so up yours.
Well, no, I think your post got you.
Get the hell out of my face.
Governor Dunleavy, I think he'll veto if they don't get off there. But they don't want to make a decision. They just want to blame somebody. Because if they make a decision, their name's on it, they might get fired. They might lose their job. Then they have to go out and earn a living.
You're no friend of mine, that's for sure.
Okay, well, I mean, you posted the Facebook stuff, not me.
No, you put it up there, Jeff.
I put it on my website.
And you had your antis attack me.
You need to remind all the legislators that in the end, it's you that we do everything for. You are the government.
Do you think there's...
Dunleavy is our only champion.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm allowed to be here, so...
Yeah, I know you are, but just get out of my face.
All right, we just put it out there, and, he's mad at me. I didn't put it out there. He put it out there. It's his Facebook. I guess he's mad about it. Damn, didn't want to talk to me. Told me to get out of my face. Do you think there's going to be, if this dividend's smaller next year,
There's no smaller dividend. It's full dividend payout according to the statute.
But the legislature has to appropriate it. That's what the court said.
The court erred. Courts err all the time.
But it was the Supreme Court.
Let's see what the federal court says about unfair taxation, okay? Because that's where we're going to go next. You can guarantee it.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it. What's your name?
Mandy Gershon. I'm all over the internet.
What will you do if the legislature sends you a budget without a dividend?
I think I've been pretty clear, Jeff, that we believe that the law should be filed and a budget should be passed. We're going to cross that bridge when we come to it, but I'm prepared to use any and all constitutional tools I have in my power to do what's right for the people of Alaska. So I'm hoping that they do the right thing. When that happens, when they send us a budget, when there's a PFD bill sent, we'll take a look at it. We'll make that final decision.
All right, folks, quite an event. A lot of emotions about the legislature. The governor basically said if he gets a budget without a full dividend, he's going to veto it. So it seems like the takeaway here is the legislature better, according to these folks, pass a full dividend. So we'll see what happens. And I think there's probably going to be more of these to come.
First Governor Bill Walker, he took $1,000 from each Alaskan who got a PFD. A few thought that was okay. For others it was a big hit. And so they cut their spending because their revenue was down. You've got to know how to budget, know how to cut costs, know how to say no, rethink priorities. You never spend more money when less is coming in. Now go on and make a budget that doesn't take our PFDs. Again, you got to know how to budget, know how to cut costs, learn how to say no, rethink priorities. If constituents can do it, you can do it too. Now go on and make a budget that doesn't take our PFDs.